Yesterday, I talked briefly about this idea of not caring too much about what you're creating, you know, trying to detach yourself from your drawing. It feels kind of weird to say it like that, but of course you are attached to your drawing process, but the actual outcome of it, try to just detach a bit from that. It's like, and be more focused rather on the process itself, rather than, is this gonna turn out okay? I don't think this is gonna turn out okay. Because when you start being in your head about that, it kind of takes you out of the actual drawing process, and you're not really engaged in exercising this skill of drawing. So this idea of just being loose with your drawings, and not caring too much, just having fun. You're having fun, you're also paying attention to what you're studying, but it's like not being too much, not having the process overwhelm you with pressure of creating something amazing. So that's really what I'm trying to say when I say detach from your drawings. Just have fun, and keep it low pressure, and of course try to understand what you are studying. Because the thing is about this approach, I find that the less you care, the more confident your lines are. Now this is coming from someone whose art is pretty messy. Like, my lines are very, very messy, but the way I put a line down, I put it down with a bit of confidence. It's there, I'm just gonna leave it there. I actually like the messiness, like I mentioned in my video yesterday. My art is quite messy, and I actually like that look. But this is not like chicken scratches. This is like me just throwing lines loosely with these giant sweeps when I'm doing gesture drawings. So that's really what I'm trying to say here. Just being loose and not caring too much about the outcome. Just focus on what you're trying to build, the skill that you're trying to cultivate. And this idea of not caring too much, I find it helps also with not just me making a drawing, but also with me sharing my illustrations online. Because I used to care a lot about that. In terms of, oh man, people are not liking what I'm creating, or what I'm creating is not getting a lot of engagement. But yeah, these days, that's not important to me. In fact, I'm not even sharing my creations on, because I used to share my creations on Instagram, and back in the day on DeviantArt. But yeah, my Instagram hasn't been active in a short minute, and honestly, I don't know when I'm gonna get back to posting my illustrations on Instagram again. I might, but for now, I'm just happy creating videos on YouTube. I don't really care that much about, hey, look at my art. My art is cool. Do you like it? Of course, I love sharing my art, and I am doing that now here on YouTube. And I think that's enough for now. For now, that is enough. So yeah, I don't really care whether I get likes, whether I get. I mean, I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional to say I wouldn't like. I wouldn't be happy if my videos blow up for some reason. Like, oh wow, people are liking it. That will make me happy. But that's really not the goal. The goal for me is to have fun and improve, and then share my progression with people online in the process. That's really my goal. So detaching from that as well, not caring too much about whether your art is doing well online, can actually be beneficial for your art. Can be very beneficial to your art because it creates this level of freedom of, man, I can just create whatever I want, you know. And if it gets engagements, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I'm still having a lot of fun, you know. So less caring, and I find that it actually creates a very healthy relationship with your art. You know, the less you care, you know, you're not in your head too much, because as artists we can be in our heads. And if you be in your head too much, that's a very dangerous place to be. You know, get out of there, get back to drawing and having fun. You know, yeah. So yeah, the less you care, the more fun your drawing experience will be. And yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about today. Just this idea of detaching, not caring too much, having fun, and just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Art is meant to be fun, you know. Unless if you're doing it professionally. If you're doing it professionally, I'm not a professional artist. I can't really speak to that. But as a hobbyist, man, I just want to have fun. And I hope that's the case for a lot of you as well. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Have a good day today. Chat again soon. Cheers.